Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at my top favorite Apple Watch features. So before I got an Apple Watch, I had a G-Shock for 2 to 3 years. And then I got my first Apple Watch in December of 2015. So this is the original one that was released, and now I have my Series 5, which I rock on a daily basis. So something that has remained consistent between the original and the Series 5 is some of my favorite features. So, to start off, my first favorite feature is the activity, and I can't stress this enough, which is just how much I love the activity app and fulfilling my rings and competing with my friends and earning the little badges you get. It really makes me like, I've always fulfilled my rings, I've always done it all, and it's just great because it shows me to get off the couch, and it's like, oh, you haven't stood up, or it'll say it's time to stand up if I don't stand up for a certain hour, and it's just great at making sure like I stay active and don't just sit there like and potentially damage my health for the future. So then my third favorite feature about the Apple Watch is the ability to stay connected to my iPhone through and receive phone calls and text messages even if I'm not near my iPhone, which is just great as it's always on my wrist. It's never not on my wrist. I wear it practically like 24/7, which I don't sleep with it though, because it's, in my opinion, it doesn't have full-fledged sleep tracking yet with watchOS 7 that is supposed to come. But even with watchOS 7, I still don't think I would wear it to sleep in, because it's weird to me to have something on my wrist to sleep with. But it was great at staying connected with my iPhone and allowing me to make sure I always, like, I get that important text message and phone call, which is just great. And now, my third favorite feature is the ability to locate a lost iPhone. So if you misplace your iPhone, all you have to do is just swipe up, press and hold on the button, and that sends off your flash, and the Find My iPhone alert. Or if you just tap it, it won't set off the flash. It'll just play the sound. But usually I just play the sound. I don't have to have it flash, as it's not needed in my opinion for the flash. It's needed when it's in a dark environment and I don't remember where that is, or if I drop it and I don't know where it is. But I mainly don't use the flash, as there's no need for me to do it. And it also allows you to control music media playback, which is another great thing, which I personally love, how I can control my media from my phone or my another speaker or Bluetooth or my AirPods or whatever it may be, and just go, hey, call, or I could just say, hey, skip the song, or raise the volume, or whatever it may be for that case. And another great thing about it is with Siri. I love how Siri is on the watch. It's implemented. You don't have to say the wake word. I mean, I usually do because it doesn't always work for me. But all you have to do is just raise your wrist and start talking, and Siri turns on. But personally, I will always say, hey, to wake it up, so I don't have to worry about it not going off or there being an issue. And it'll be great because I won't have my iPhone directly near me, or it'll be in the other room and I'll just want to text someone. So it's easier to use Siri on my watch and just say, hey, text someone to get something, or something about homework or whatever it may be for that scenario, which is just great. So now these last two features are more for the Series 4 and 5, which I have had, which I really like. So the fall detection on the Series 4 and 5, well, I've never personally have used them. I have heard great stories, which is what shows how great they are and can be, which is really great, because the Apple Watch has become such a tool that has helped improve people's health, which is great. Like, you could Google stories about them, and personally, like, I know it's made me more fit as an individual, even though I personally am at my fit best. But before I got my Apple Watch, I wasn't, and I don't know what would happen if that was to continue. But I personally have loved getting the alerts, the notifications, and also if I was ever to fall. Now, I have set it off accidentally before, but it plays a sound and taps your wrist multiple times. So make sure you see it, because if you see it and are conscious, it doesn't need, and you are fine. It doesn't want to call the cops. And if you do certain motions, like when you go to fall, so if you like swing your arms Or like flat, like when you go to slip or something, it will pop up on your watch and saying, oh, it looks like you took a fall, are you okay? And then it'll give you the option to say, I did not fall, or I did fall. Now, most of the time for me, it's been I do not fall, because I haven't fallen, and if I have fallen, I was able to get up and I was fine. And then my final favorite feature, which is exclusive to the Series 5, is the Always On display, which personally I love, as it gives me the ability to just quickly look at my wrist, or if I'm doing something where I can't tap my wrist to wake it up or turn it to wake it up, I can just glance down and see my time, my calendar, the weather, and depending on what app it's in, it allows me to see that. While I do have it set up to hide all my sensitive information on the watch face, as I don't need the whole world to see it. If it's like a text message that pops up and it, instead of showing everyone while I'm doing what I'm doing and don't realize it, because I don't have to worry about the whole world seeing my information. So as of right now, those are my personal favorite features, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.